Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just filmed myself doing this really like smoky green and gold and orange look, and I'm really just trying to like step outside of my little tiny neutral bubble and play with more color, and I really love how this turned out. I think it's so like fall but like glam and different and not just like the basic orange, red, purple fall look. So I am really obsessed with how it came out, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you want to see how I got this look right here, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to go in with the Morphe and Jeffree Star palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Mr. Diva, and it's just like this really pretty camel shade, and I'm going to put it in the crease and just buff it out so that the greens have something that's not green underneath, if that makes sense. So I just had a vision in my head and I just needed to execute it, and it had like an orange kind of shade underneath the green. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just putting in a nice transition shade. Next, I'm going to take the shade right next to it. It's kind of like a rust color called Los Angeles, and I'm just going to put it right on top and kind of deepen the crease up and make it a little bit more orange and rusty color, again, before we start putting the greens on top. So I'm going to go in with the palette again and put this green shade called Wake and Bake right on top of the orange on the outside corner and just blend it out. And you really have to pack it on and blend it out just because the colors that are underneath are so much darker than this shade. So just take your time, be patient with it, and it's really going to get covered up most of the way, but I just wanted a little bit of that shade peeking out of the sides and the top. So that's why I went in with this shade. One thing I found with this shade was that it was super powdery, so just be mindful of that before you start doing your eyeshadow, because I put on powder underneath my eyes just in case these were kind of powdery like the last time, but yeah, I was just having to pick up a lot and some of it was falling on my face, so just be careful and take your time. Next, I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, and this is the Dark Magic one. And I'm just going to be taking the shade Potion and putting it on my outside crease and kind of in the corner of my eye, just to deepen everything up and give it a really nice, like, green, mossy, earthy tone. Because I want a lot of different greens just to give it a lot of dimension. And so for the rest of the look, mostly I'm going to be using this palette because it has a ton of dark greens. I'm being careful to keep it mostly on the outside corner just because that I know I'm going to go in and cut the crease later, so there's really no point in bringing a ton of color and product on the inside of my eyes because it's going to get covered up anyway. So I want to make sure that the orange you can still see and the other green you can still see, but just keeping it on the outside corner. Next, I'm going to be taking this super, super, super dark green. It's almost black. It's called Inside Job. And I'm going to keep this mostly on the outside corner as well. And with this one, you just really need to be careful and take your time because it's super dark and it can easily look like you got punched in the face. So just take your time, build it up, and don't bring it too far on the inside of your eyes just because it can kind of look slappy and messy and like you didn't mean to do that. So yeah, just keep it mainly on the outside corner. I'm sorry that I'm way far away, but it's just easier for me to see when I have a mirror like close up to my eye. But yeah, keep it on the outside corner and just kind of lightly go in towards the inside of your eye when you have barely any product left on your brush. Next, I'm just going to cut the crease with a little bit of concealer, and I find that this just makes everything look kind of cleaner and more intentional when you do this, and it makes it so that you can use lighter colors on top of darker colors because they're having kind of like a fresh start and like a clean base to sit on top of. So I really like it when I'm putting on like a lighter green or like a shimmer on the inside corner because it makes it stand out more and not look so kind of like messy and blended in with all the darker colors. Next, on the inside corner, I'm going to take this really pretty green shimmer and just put it right on top of the concealer I put on with my finger just because it's a shimmer and shimmers usually work better with your fingers. So I'm just going to take my time and build up that green shimmer and just really press it in, make sure there's no like sticky concealer left over. Once that's on the lid, I'm just going to take one of the same brushes that I already used and kind of blend the outside and the inside in so that there's not such a harsh line. And you can really pick up any of the greens that you wanted. I think on this one I had the Wake and Bake shade from the Jeffree Star one, and I just kind of used it to blend the lighter shimmer with the darker corners so that it didn't look so kind of just cut and dry, you know. So I don't know what made me do this because I for sure was not going to, like it wasn't part of the vision. But this Millions shade, it's like a super, super gold, just glitter shade, and the Jeffree Star palette was like calling out to me. And so I just had to use it. And I love it, but I don't know. I don't know if I would do it again. Yeah. So I'm just taking it with my finger and I'm putting it on the inside corner. And the reason that I say I don't know if I would do it again is just because I got so much in my eye throughout the day that I was like, this isn't even really seem worth it. But it's so stunning, and I think it really made the look like pop and stand out. But I think next time I would just use like a finer milled glitter instead of these huge chunks in this shade. So I just wiped the powder off my face and sprayed it with some setting spray. And the lip combo I'm using is the Angel lip pencil from NYX. And then on top of it, I put the Tempt shade. It's like a matte lipstick from Morphe. And on top of that, I put the Tartiste lip paint in the shade Bestie. And I feel like it gave me like a really pretty mauve nude, and that was kind of what I was going for with this look. So you obviously don't have to use every single one of those that I use, but it's just like I can't only use one lipstick. I just physically can't stop myself. For highlight, I'm obviously using the ColourPop highlight in the shade Flexitarian. It's the one that I use every day, and I feel like it just makes me look so like wet and glowy and dewy, but not to the point where it looks powdery. I don't know what they did, but I'm just like obsessed. And if they ever discontinued this highlight, I would just like never leave my house again. That's how much I love it. So just putting it on my shoulders and my collarbone and my cheekbones. I just threw some lashes on. These are the Kiss lashes, and I don't know if it's the style number or if it's just like a number, but they say flirty on them, so I'll just go with that. And then I'm going to take the same shades that I went in with first, so Mr. Diva and Boss Angeles, and I'm going to put them underneath the lash line and make it kind of really orange and smoky on the underneath. I really loved how it looked with just the orange underneath, and you could definitely just leave it like that, but I felt like I needed to tie in the green just to make it a little bit more cohesive. So I'm just going in with this Potion shade and the Inside Job shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and pressing them up tight against my waterline and not bringing it out too far because I don't want it to be like too smoky that I can't wear it out in the day, because I feel like sometimes super dark colors look like, why are you at the grocery store with like a club look on, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept it really tight to the waterline and smoked out the orange shade to keep it a little bit more daytime friendly, if you would call this daytime friendly. I just threw on some bottom mascara and highlighted again for a good measure, and here is the final look. I really love how it turned out. It's really like gold and just green and glittery, and yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I just want to know like what color you want to see next. Is it blue? Is it purple? Is it orange? Just let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and let me know down in the comments what color you want to see next. Last series I did pink, and this is green, so I'm thinking maybe like blue or orange. I don't know, just let me know what you want to see next, and subscribe if you want to, but I'll see you in my next video, and I love you, and I hope you're having a great day.